We have got a great segment coming up. I'm Brian Taylor, and we're here today with Tom Hamilton from Philips Color Kinetics. How you doing, Tom?
Doing well. How are you?
Good, man. Listen, I want to touch on a couple of things. You know, we were talking a little bit earlier, and you brought up some fascinating stuff, so I want to kind of, convey that to some of the folks out there. First of all, LED lighting. Now, that's it's fairly new to contractors. Is that true? Yes or no?
Well, yes and no. LED lighting's been in use for accent lighting and color-changing applications for over 10 years. Our company, for example, has over 17,000 installations worldwide. But LED lighting for general illumination, absolutely new application for contractors.
Got it. Well, I don't know what's driving this new popularity. I got a quote here. The market is expected to reach $30 billion by the year 2025. So let me fire a couple things at you. I mean, what do you think it is? Energy savings, better technology, ease of installation, all of the above?
Definitely all of the above, but absolutely energy savings. I mean, if you've paid attention at all to what's going on in the world with energy prices, oil consumption, everyone's aware of green technology and the concern to be energy efficient. And if you look at all the uses and sources of general illumination out there, LED lighting is making its way into all of those applications.
Right. There's a couple of things that you've written down in publications here. I'm going to read a little bit from your literature, so go ahead and listen up here and just, we'll get your comments on it. Power Core product lowers the cost and increases the ease of installation of LED lighting systems by, quote, integrating power and data management directly within the future, and that you eliminate the need for external low voltage power supplies that can complicate installations. So, thoughts on that?
Well, basically PowerCore is two things. One is easing installation. If you look at most LED lighting fixtures, they have a remote power supply somewhere else. You've got to hide that. Then you've got to step the voltage down to low voltage, run it to the fixture. It's not as efficient as if you were to run everything at line voltage directly in. So ease of installation, you don't have that remote transformer to have to hide. But by integrating the step-down transformer, if you will, or the driving circuitry into the fixture itself, it's extremely more efficient. In fact, on our estimates, it's about 20% more efficient than traditional systems for LED lighting.
So, what would be a shorthanded idea of what exactly Power Core technology is? I mean,
well, it's basically closely integrating and coupling together the circuitry that steps down voltage from line voltage and puts it into the form that it needs to control LEDs. It also, in the case of color-changing fixtures, takes the data signal and couples that into standard line voltage wiring that all contractors are familiar with and puts that technology right into the fixture.
Okay, and I assume that part of the attraction of LED lighting with regards to productivity, it has to do with what? Smaller footprint, lighter weight, ease of handling. Am I right there?
That's right. I mean, if you look, we have an LED downlight that we've designed to replace a surface mount complex fluorescent fixture that's normally about 5 or 6 inches thick. Our product's only about a 2-inch thick fixture. So you can really lower that profile, put it into situations where you'd have to use a surface mount fixture. But small form factor, you can put LEDs in places that were, light sources were never before possible. Like, for example, in sets in theater, you can weave it right into the fabric of a set.
Yeah. Really?
Yep. We have products that do that today.
Great new technology. Yep. Well, do you have time for a couple more questions?
Absolutely.
Because I really am really interested in this kind of thing. Would it be fair to say, would it be fair to say that you're able to better control light color? In other words, you have your, it's called the IntelliWhite series, right? That would allow a single fixture to be suitable for as many applications and offer the contractor, let's say, or a building owner, let's say, more product flexibility. Want to expand on that?
Well, there are two applications we could talk about. For example, would be display case lighting. If you're a commercial interior designer and you've got a situation where you have a display case and today you're going to be displaying leather goods, you'd want warm lighting, and then tomorrow or next year you want to change that display in the store to be able to have things like diamonds and silver, you'd want a cooler color temperature, more like neutral fluorescent. You install one fixture using our IW IntelliWhite technology, simply turning a knob changes that color temperature. Another application would be this set right here. You've got these lights up here that are one color temperature. If you wanted to use some of our fixtures we have, you could dial into a cooler or a warmer color temperature to match the flesh tones of a person like you or I sitting right here.
Wow. Yep. Works for me. I need all the help I can get. And all kidding aside, we're going to wrap up here in just a couple minutes, but of course, this is kind of where we came in, Tom. I think it's such a big issue right now, of course, energy consumption, the climate that we're in, with the world today. So you get the benefit of what? Of course, less energy consumption and, of course, longer life, too, right?
That's right. Right. Longer life is a key thing here. I mean, all of our products are rated to at least 50,000 hour lifetime to 70% lumen depreciation. That's a standard that everyone should adhere to. And say, for instance, you had a color-changing fixture on the side of a building. You were going to use that, let's say, 8 hours a day in the evening. That's 18 years without having to change a light bulb.
Whoa, 18 years. There you go. Well, now let me ask you this. No, there's good and bad applications of LED lighting. Okay, first the good news, then the bad news. Okay, seriously, what would be a good application in your opinion? What would be a bad one?
Well, if you look at the two different domains of color changing and white light, in the white light it's under cabinet lighting, down lighting, cove lighting, anywhere you'd use a traditional source. If you look at RGB or color changing products, there's flood lighting, accent lighting, cove lighting, just a lot of applications out there. On the bad side, I would say that if energy efficiency and long lifetime were something that wasn't important to you, maybe LED is not the thing for you.
I see. Okay. Well, listen, I want to make sure I got everything. I had a lot of questions. I think I got everything. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah, just one thing that I would recommend to people out there is that in a lot of ways, LED lighting still is the Wild West. There's a lot of false claims out there. A lot of folks coming to market with products that aren't necessarily best in class, and maybe a lot of truth in advertising that I would say is questionable. What it's really important to do is look for products that adhere to standards, things like upcoming Energy Star, solid state lighting guidelines, and any of the IESNA standards that are out there for LED lighting. And really, I would say if you're looking for a source or a fixture manufactured by an LED source manufacturer, I would make sure that they have data sheets available and standard independent third-party testing results.
Okay, well, that's almost the end of our segment. Tom, thanks for coming in.
No problem. It's great to be here.
For the future of lighting, there's only one place to be. That's with LED, and that's with Philips. I'm Brian Taylor. Really appreciate you watching our segment. Again, our thanks go out to Tom from Philips, Tom Hamilton. And check it out. And why don't you give them their website? What would it be? It would be
www.colorkinetics.com.
Colorkinetics.com. You got it. Thanks again, Tom. And thanks for watching, everybody out there.